Hi, it's Neets with your Virgo pink moon reading. This is an Aries moon. This is a Virgo reading, of course, but the moon is in Aries energy, okay? It's time for a bold and fiery reset, encouraging you to reclaim your will, voice and passion, and to step into your drive. So it's a very, very powerful moon, the pink moon. It's on the 29th of March this year. It's on a Friday in the UK. This is a very new channel of mine. It's my new channel. It's quite a baby at the moment. So if you'd like to subscribe, it would help me. And if you'd like to share and like as well, that would really help. Okay, so I've shuffled the cards already. If you want a personal reading, there is a link in the description. You can have a personal video reading. Okay, if you would like to access some music, which is healing for the chakras, it's electronic music. It has healing frequencies embedded within it. So you wouldn't know, you can't really tell. You may just hear it, but you can't tell. It sounds like modern music, and it will help to align your chakras. It will give you energy and help you to balance your being, basically, help you to feel better. So that link is also in the description. It is free to listen to that, of course. Okay, so this is for Virgo. I've shuffled the cards already. We've got the Hierophant, the Seven of Blades, the Five of Vessels, the Ace of Blades, the Three of Sticks, and the Six of Sticks, okay? I'm an intuitive reader, so I go with the pictures generally, as well as the meanings of the cards. So if I say something that's not what you're used to, it's because I'm picking up more clairvoyantly or intuitively. I get, I channel from my guides as well, okay? So the Hierophant, I do sense with a lot of Virgos that you will be going off on a new journey on your own, and you're putting yourself first. You are going to be putting yourself first above everybody else. And I do see some kind of drastic change. God, that's so interesting because, when you look at the card, when I look at that card, oh, wow. When I look at that card, it just looks like you walking among some trees. When I put it up to the camera, I see a massive number 1 in the shape of the trees. Wow, that is unbelievable. So that's why I said you're putting yourself first. So that is really strange. That's obviously meant to catch my attention. So you are going to be putting you first. I do feel that you're going to be going on an adventure that is nothing to do with anybody else around you. It's like, I'm putting me first. I don't want to think about anybody else at the moment. Actually, it's kind of you kind of taking a step back from what you've been used to. That's what I sense. Okay. You may be going off to walk in nature, but some of you aren't maybe into that, It may be just symbolic that you're going off on a new chapter, doing things on your own. Seven of Blades, I think there are many facets to you. I think you're trying to decide who you are at the moment. You can't work out what's happening with people around you. You can't work out what's happening with yourself sometimes. I think there are lots of different sides to you, and you can't decide which person you want to be at the moment, which may sound strange, but there are lots of different sides to us as souls. We've got our higher self, we've got our earthly self. There are lots of different sides to us, and we've got to decide who we want to be, really. You can be whatever you want to be. So I think you're in the middle of trying to decide who you want to be at the moment. Maybe this pink moon will help you to focus more, actually, and to decide which pathway you want to go down a little bit more. And I want to say, mix with like-minded people as well. Mix with people who are very similar to yourself, because I think you need that in your life. I don't think you've got many people who are that similar to yourself. And I think you need more of that. Okay. Five of Vessels. I do get a sense that some of you've been quite happy with your home life or the people around you. But in that nest is a snake. And I do feel that some of you might find that there's somebody who is not maybe as honest as you thought they were, or somebody turns out to be not as great as you thought they were, or somebody does something that upsets you or is dishonest. I think it upsets that happy sort of, nest that you had, that happy sense of comfort feeling that you had amongst these people, maybe. So I think there's a snake in the nest. That's the only way I can describe it because of that picture. just be wary of that. So there may be somebody around you who upsets you, and they do something that you didn't expect, and it knocks you off a bit. Might make you want to step back a bit. Okay, just be wary of that. All is not what it seems is what I'm getting, like, from in my mind, okay? That makes you want to cut off. That makes you want to cut people off, and it makes you feel a bit bitter and cold. And it's like, no, I trusted people. I thought things were like this, and they're not. I don't like this, so I'm going to cut myself off, and I'm going to just go on a little journey on my own, and I'm going to detach emotionally because it's a bit too painful. So some of you might find that you do detach emotionally because it is a little bit painful, what you've just experienced. You might already have experienced it, but if not, it may be coming in the near future. Do get a sense of that. Okay, so watch out for that coming in. 3 of Sticks. I do sense that you're looking at new avenues, you're looking at new horizons, you're looking at the future, you're thinking, right, what do I want to do now? I want a new horizon. I'm sick of looking at the same scenery. I think some of you want to change the scenery very badly. And so you're stepping back and thinking, right, what do I want and how do I get it? Where do I want to be? Who am I? What do I want? There's a lot of questions in your mind, Virgo, at the moment. A lot of questions in your mind. You don't seem to know where you're at or what's happening for some reason. It's like you're a little bit scared of the future, you're a little bit scared of what's coming next, maybe. Maybe some of you haven't been very well, or some of you haven't been feeling, maybe some of you are hurtling towards, an older age, and you're not sure about how things are going to pan out in later life. I don't know. Some of you might not be at that age, some of you obviously will be younger than that, but it just feels that it's like you're looking into the future and thinking, Christ, where has it all gone? And what do I do now? Oh, it's a strange feeling. 6 of Sticks, I think some of you may be going back to like good old days. You might be going back to things that you used to enjoy. And I mean really back in the day, like getting back to old hobbies that you used to enjoy. Getting back to being practical and doing things that you used to enjoy, because it's the only thing that you can sort of do, because things have been upset or things have been overturned. And the only way to get back to it, to feeling good, is to get back to things that you used to enjoy doing. So you might be going backwards nostalgically and doing things that you used to enjoy, which is great. Just do what makes you feel good. That's what I'd say. Do what makes you feel good. Let's look at these cards for Virgo. Yeah, it's a very mixed feeling I'm getting for Virgo. A very confused feeling, a mixed up time. You need time to reflect and think about your long-term future. That's what I get with this. Insightful. Maybe the pink moon will bring you some insight. You need to be insightful. You need to think about your intuition and what it's bringing you. What is life trying to tell you? What is life trying to tell you? What are your guides trying to tell you? What messages are you getting from people around you? What messages are you getting from, the little signs and symbols that you get in life? What messages are you getting? Watch out for them. You've got to think smart now. I feel like you've got to think smart for some reason. You've got to think differently. Passionate. Do things that you're passionate about. Mix with people who are passionate about you as well, who actually care for you on a deep level, not on a sort of shallow level, on a deep level. You need to, the people that have stuck with you over the years who really actually care about you as a person on a deeper level. I think you need to seek those people out, the people who are similar to yourself. That's what I'm getting with that. Let's have one more from here. Strategic. So you do need to put plans into place. You need to think about what you want to do for the future. You need to think about the long-term future now. You need to reflect on who you are, what you want, and you need to start putting plans into place. It is the right time for that. So if you've been thinking about making changes, it is definitely the right time to make those changes. You may have been feeling very stagnant for quite a long time. Excuse me. And I do feel that maybe some of you have been kind of putting off these changes because you don't want to upset the apple cart. You're quite happy with things to some degree as they are. You don't want to upset the boat. You don't want to rock the boat. But these changes will occur if you don't make them yourself, and it'll end up in a tower moment. That's how I feel about this. So if you don't make the changes yourself, they will happen anyway. And it may be harder then. So if you're thinking that you need to make changes, start doing them now before they happen for you. That's what I want to say. Okay. I have got one card I'd like to pull for you from this massive deck. God, they are big as well. Wow. Wow, it's they're so big I can hardly shuffle them. Oh, they should make little tiny decks, even though I've got big hands. Wow. Right, for Virgo. Come on, for Virgo. Oh, that felt good. Okay, so we've got acknowledge intuitive mastery. Take pride in your intuitive skills. It's one thing to possess raw psychic talent or potential, but you've also displayed a willingness to practice, learn, and explore your intuitive gifts. Developing and trusting your sixth sense is a lifetime's work. Yet your current proficiency is worth celebrating. Reward yourself. Acknowledge your milestones. So if you are a sensitive, intuitive, sixth sense kind of person, I'd say continue to work on that because it is a lifelong thing. It really is. And you never, ever stop growing with that. It gets better and better and better. And it can take years for some people. It really can. But it's worth it. It's really worth it. It is so worth it. I mean, just keep practicing it. Keep practicing it and developing yourself in that sense, okay? Develop your psychic talents, develop your gifts and if you've got a spiritual group around you that you can practice that, all the better. If you haven't, you can do it on your own. There are lots of things online that you can follow to practice that, lots of meditations, lots of, courses, psychic courses you can do to improve that. So that's what you've got from Spirit. Oh, that's gone on the floor. Never mind. We're coming to the end. So there you go, Virgo. That's for the pink moon. Hope it makes sense. Let's speak soon. Take care.